All right, so excited to talk to you. A huge fan of the show. And actually, I don't know if you remember, but last year I talked to you at Comic-Con where we were coloring in our room. Do you remember that?
I remember that because that was very special because you were the only interviewer that like had us to do something rather than just talk. So all of us were like, we get to do something.
Especially when you have a larger cast, like one person is talking, and so you're just there trying to figure out what to do with your hands or your hair, and you're just like, just smile, and just keep on looking at the camera. And so I wanted everyone to kind of relax and have fun. I think we got across on that too. And then just so people know, this is what you did right here. This
okay,
is
here's the thing though.
you only had 15 minutes. You only had a little bit of time though. A little bit of time. I understand.
I was so embarrassed because I was not expecting for us to like reveal them at the end, and I didn't even realize that I only colored me and Sarah.
and you start with a clothes first, so that must say something. Some psychologist is like, yeah, the clothes matter to her. That's what matters right there. And then the shifty eye. You chose the shifty eye emoji too. I don't know what's up with that.
I think I just added that because everyone was starting to reveal theirs. I was like, I need to like add something else that's just not me and Sarah.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, it was a lot of fun. And of course, people can check that out. But, I'm very excited for season 2. This is something that every show wants. You want a season 1 to get a season 2 to get a season 3, and then, out into the world from there on. So season 2, as we start out, you are with, I guess, a handsome blonde guy at the beginning too. So can you tell us how we kind of find Gabrielle as we kind of enter this season?
Yeah, absolutely. So season 2 starts off with basically how we ended in season 1 with the werewolf pack not remembering anything. And so Gabrielle kind of uses that to her advantage and keeps Jack in check to make sure he doesn't get his memories back. And to make it fun for herself, she decides to make him her little passion project and makes him do some things that he might not normally do.
And of course, when we start that, the whole memory thing, is there a specific right way or wrong way to blow dust into someone's face? I guess is the question.
Not necessarily, but I remember like I kept getting like too much powder and blowing in Jake's face all the time. And he's like, like could use a little bit of powder. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm just like trying to remember to just actually grab it. Cause after take, he's getting powder.
Right.
Yeah. But I think like in terms of like the actual spell, you have to say your exact what you need them to do right after you powder them.
Right. And that's how she kind of takes on too, because it's surprising as you see in the trailer too, that you two are together as it starts out. So is this, I guess the question, is this a job for her, or is this something where she's just like, I get a new toy?
I think it's basically like a job for her. Like Vera was the one who assigned Gabrielle to look after Jack because it's kind of technically like a punishment for Gabrielle for everything that she did in season 1. And knowing Gabrielle, she hates Jack and his guts. So Vera's like, well, you're going to look after him now. And so she's just, her, she's trying to make the best out of a worse situation for herself. So she decides to try him out for Cheer Squad.
And that's something that's very much in question when it comes to her too, is do we like her more this round? Because the last time she was kind of I don't want to say a bad person, but she was on her own track, let's just say.
Yeah, she wasn't loved at all. Like I remember at Comic-Con, like people, when we were meeting the fans, like everyone would be like so nice to like Sarah and Thomas, and then they'll get to me and they're like, and I'm like, it's okay, like it's fine. But I think in season 2, she does redeem herself. We get to understand her past a little bit more, especially towards the end of season 2, episode 10 specifically. And she learns some new things along the way and actually makes a few friends, I will say.
And that's something I'm really excited about for sure, because I think she needed some friends is really what it comes down to. Of course, we have the wolf out here too with the hair. Now, do you like guys in bleach blonde hair? Is that a choice for you that you're particularly excited about?
I think Gabrielle loved it, and Jake pulled it off great. So there we go.
Yeah. And for this season, you know, we were dealing with a powerful book. We were dealing with a magician off the rails, you know. What can we kind of look forward to this time? Because of course the wolf pack isn't going anywhere. You know, Vera's in charge now. So where are we kind of starting as this talk goes along?
Well, what we can expect is the wolves do tend to get their memories back more and more, and a third party gets introduced into the story. So somebody out there, another group is targeting the order. So Vera decides that it's best to recruit the werewolves into the order and use their werewolf powers because they're so strong for their own benefit and sort of like collaborate again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do get to see some relationships brewing, some that are dying, some that are changing. Do you have any, does Gabrielle have any relationship stuff moving forward? I mean, there's a lot of different things kind of in the works, on the move. Of course, the blondes, you know, they have their stuff as well. So yeah. So what do we get a chance to see anything like that? Maybe.
I think you do actually. You do. I think she makes some new friends. She's starting to gear towards like the werewolf pack, towards like the middle of the season. But I'll keep it at that. Gabrielle has a hard time letting herself feel anything that's specifically real for her. So I think this season, she tries. Yeah.
All right. So, of course, it's out already, right? So I want to kind of just move on from here, and I want to say this: for these questions going forward, for anyone who watches, these are spoiler questions. So I want people to know this is if you have not watched it, go watch it. It's available right now. Go through everything, and then come back, unpause, and go from here. So with that in mind, as we start, remember spoilers, people. What was it like your first wolf out?
Oh man, it was the coolest thing. It was so cool. Well, just like the getting like the teeth fitted was not cute. It wasn't fun. Because it's like going to the dentist. And like building a mold. So that specific part of becoming a werewolf is actually quite uncomfortable. But the whole wolf out thing was just like, you feel so badass. Like, I don't know what it is. It's maybe like the claws and the teeth and just the fact that, you know, you're part of a pact, I think. It's the coolest thing.
Yeah, and Midnight, right? That's who you're riding with. Your ride or die wolf with is now too. So what was it like to do the alternate personality, you know, the gruffer voice and all that stuff too? How did you come about that? Did the director tell you, or you're just like in a bathroom mirror going, you know, like you're trying to do, like, what was your thought process there?
Yeah, every morning before set at 4:30 in the morning, I just look at myself and no, I think well, Midnight is known to be the most noble of the knights. So based on that, I think the writers really took it in a cool direction with, like, you know, the more like Shakespearean language and very like upright and sort of character. And with that, I looked up a lot of research about you know, the Knights of St. Christopher and their history. And so they were all about protecting, I believe, it's been a while since I looked up, but I believe their whole thing was like protecting a priest or a king or something like that specifically. And so from that information, I kind of took it on of like, okay, what would her, or I guess him, because Midnight's technically, he was originally a male, what would that body language be like? What would that physicality be like? And It was very like upright and straight and very, like ruler-esque sort of righteousness, body, physicality. So that was really, really fun, especially the scene where Gabrielle kind of peeks like for a split second and tries to warn Jack that Midnight's trying to basically, kill everybody who's in your way. Yeah. And then I go back down and then I'm back as Midnight. Like that was really, really cool, just like as an actor. So
no, and that's a lot of fun too. Another thing that I'm very excited about too is we talked before, but now we're in the sporter section. The fact that you might find some Wolfie love or something like some interest or something too, right? So, I mean, is it something where they're going to give you a piece of candy and take it away, or do you feel like you might get a meal out of this, something like this?
I don't know, actually. I haven't really discussed it further than that, of what we see in season 2 with Randall, of course. So, but it kind of makes sense because I think I think Gabrielle and Randall are both funny, and the way that they go kind of back and forth with each other. I think she feels really seen by him, and you notice that in the scene in Professor Foley's house after we look for him and capture him. He kind of like was able to crack down Gabrielle and be like, you're okay. Like, it's okay to let people help you. It's okay that people are nice to you. And I don't think she's ever really heard that before. And so she kind of like clings on to him. And when he doesn't really cling back, then she's like, hey, hands off, like this is done. And she goes back to her regular self. So.
Well, when we see the fears and everything too, it's not having a family or having a family, but no connections too. So this wolfing is probably the best thing that's going to happen to her she gets a new family, someone who, they see her for what she is and they kind of accept her for that point too. So I thought that was kind of fun too. And especially in this world or this new season where, Vera and Hamish can have something, why can't Gabrielle? So.
No, exactly. And I think with the whole like wolf pack thing, I think that's why she kind of is against Lilith coming back, because she feels like if Lilith comes back, then she won't have a spot for sure in this wolf pack. And this wolf pack is like the one family that I think she actually wishes the order was to her, and she couldn't really necessarily find fully in the order. And then now she's like, oh, I have a spot in this wolf family. And I may not have that if this other chick comes back. So yeah, she's got a lot of stuff to unpack.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff, and it feels like season 3 is where we're going to get a lot of answers for all these things. Like all those dominoes are going to drop in season 3. The fun thing too is the magic keeps on changing a little bit as well. I mean, we're going to have, it's not teleportation so much as it's a speed difference, and there's like a bunch of different like new spells we have now, and the twirling of the necklace or pendant or whatever it was as a shield. So it seems a lot of fun too. So do you always look forward to them giving you a chance for a new spell? I mean, have you this season? I think mostly it was the dust, right? So
yeah, on that, because the spells are all in Latin.
Right.
It's a struggle for me because we'll get, recordings of like how to say it, but to actually form the Latin in our own mouths, it's very, very difficult. So every time, like, I feel like every time we have a take where it's like a group speaking Latin, we're always like, and we're just like kind of waiting for the other one to bite the bullet first. But yeah, it's obviously like having magical powers is just, it's a dream come true. So
it's like singing a group of like the end of the world as you know it. There's a part where it gets really fast, like it's the end of the world, and everyone just comes back at the chorus, and you're like, yay, we all did it! Look at us, we did good for us. So no, I understand that very much. And it's funny too, in that same thing, are you, when you're doing the Latin, like, are you just like also have beside yourself going, believe the words yourself, like believe in the words, don't just say the words. it's not something where you're like trying to do math in your head and you're trying to do. You're like, no, I got to believe it. Like I know it's like this is
No, you
something that
just
should
have to
happen.
put some intention behind it, and then hopefully ADR it after.
Right, for sure, for sure. Well, like I said, the season 2 is a lot of fun, and season 3, I'm looking forward to. There's a lot of, like I said, a lot of answers, a lot of things to come still. The whole hive mind place was very weird, and so I didn't know how that was going to end at all. So I thought that was kind of creepy, and then the whole here, let me bring up the image of where's he at here? Maybe it's that one. Yeah, the whole wooden Jake thing too was weird as well. Were you there when they did the whole green screened him up and everything for that, or was that like somewhere else?
No, that was actually real. Like those are prosthetics.
Really?
Yeah. So like everything was made. They molded it to his body. Props to the makeup department for sure. But yeah, that is a mold.
Well, apparently, if they can give you real teeth, and I guess they'll make you a real wood body as well. Pinocchio will live, I guess. And so now with the wolf pack, we're up to 5 pelts now, 5 wolves, right? Is what we're looking at now, right? Including Midnight and a couple, and the alpha, I guess, as well. So that's some stuff that we're definitely going to kind of figure out as we go along. So I think that's it. I think we covered as much as we can cover and talk about. There's a lot of answers I want to ask you that you probably just don't know about too, Any idea on when the world would let you get back to season 3? If on how that would work out?
I have no idea. I'm really hoping though, because I think there is a lot to unpack, especially in, you just said about Alpha. Like I want to know more about Alpha High, because I think we've really touched base on like Silverback a lot and Midnight especially. But Alpha, I'm just kind of like, it's like a big question mark for me. So hopefully we will hear soon. I mean, hopefully fans will tune in to season 2 more and more and put it on replay, and hopefully we could bring on a season 3 for everybody.
And is Canada? Is this Vancouver, or where is it shot?
It's shot in Vancouver.
We all know those green forests from many shows before too. So it's like, that was Supernatural last week, and then this is this week, and then this is this week, and all right, we got to get that tree from this angle just so we make sure. So that seems to be how it all works out. But but that's a cool thing too. So hopefully you'll get some separation, and maybe they'll allow you to shoot earlier. Some are shooting now, so maybe it's the fact that you can be like, okay, we're gonna do a lot of woods episodes, so we can all stay 6 feet apart from each other and kind of go from there too. So have they talked to you about when you first got the Midnight, did they kind of show you what your wolf was going to be, and did that help you, or was that all in post afterwards?
No, that was all in post. That was basically it. Dennis told me about becoming, I didn't know like what the arc was going to be like, but he told me our first table read back that he was like, and he did this for season 1 too, basically. They all did it for season 1 of like, we're so excited for your character arc. And I was like, what does that mean? And he was like, do you want to know? And I'm like, yes. And he was like, Gabrielle's going to turn into a werewolf. But that was basically what I had, like all the information I had. I was not involved with the look of my werewolf, although I'm really happy with how Midnight turned out. So I think the CGI definitely was like up a notch this season.
Right. Well, and I'm hoping that they allow like changes from the human to there. So if like this season you get like a streak in your hair, like Midnight gets a streak in his fur somewhere too. Like that would be cool. Like I'm like, you can have like a little thing right there. I'm not saying like a barrette transfers over to that, but I guess it would. I don't know how that works out, but I don't actually
mirror of like what Gabrielle kind of looks like to like the aesthetic of the actual wolf. That would be sick. Yeah.
Right. Well, that's the thing. They have to take their clothes off, of course, when they turn to wolf. So if you had like some bangle or something in your hair or something like that, like it's going to be on the wolf's ear. Like it'd be funny if they let you just like take it off and like throw it away or something like that. Like
earrings on your neck.
That's true. Where do the werewolf earrings go?
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. These are the big questions we need to answer in the world for sure. So, I want to thank you for talking to me. It's so fun. I'm excited for everyone to watch season 2, and of course, we'll look forward to season 3, and then maybe next year Comic-Con and more fun drawings. We'll give you some more time. We can get through the rest of the coloring and maybe get to some faces beyond the clothes. Although you did get to the hair too, so you picked a nice green on the hair and purple too. So, but thank you very much, and we'll talk soon. So have a great day.
Have a great day. Thanks for having me.